Okay. Well, we are back on the treadmill again. I don't even know what day it is as far as... I don't even know what day it is as far as how long we've been on house arrest, I guess is a better term for it. But I thought I'd check in to see how you guys are doing today. Hello from Richmond, Virginia there, Paul. How you doing? Glenn McDonald, hello, sir, to you. Curtis, Isaiah, Clarissa. Well, we got a whole group here today. You know, I thought maybe today we would see what y'all want to talk about. I'm so tired of talking about this virus. I mean, I know it's out there, and that may be a little bit of a ostrich sticking his head in the sand. I'm not ignoring it, but I just want to talk about something different. Although I will tell you this. We had a great day today. Went to the grocery store. Sorry about the camera thing. It fell off the treadmill. Gail and I went to the store, and unbelievably, we found toilet paper. It was like an oasis. An oasis in a deserted landscape. And I got my allotted one pack. But I was... It's gotten to be kind of funny because I was walking through the grocery store and I saw a woman with a pack of toilet paper in her hand. I said, "Ma'am, where'd you get that?" And she goes, "Oh, there's a whole wall of it over there." Buddy, there was a guy standing next to me. He looked like one of those sprint walkers. I guess he didn't want to run, but he was about doing everything but running. And went back there, got my allotted toilet paper. And got the rest of the stuff we needed. And then we're walking out to the car, pushing the grocery cart. And a lady stopped her car and said, "Did you get that toilet paper inside?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, we did." And she whooped into a parking space. And I guess she got her toilet paper. But who would have thought you'd ever be in search of toilet paper? That seems like one of those things that's just always going to be around. But anyway, so that was my coronavirus story today. But anyway, I wanted to see how y'all are doing. How you handling it? You doing all right? It sure is different, I'll tell you that. But if there's something y'all want to talk about, hey, you know what, Alan? That's a great idea. RV living. That sounds like a dang good idea. I'd like to get in an RV and just take off. Take the dogs, take Gail, and just go see the country. Because, that's one of the downsides of what I do for a living, is I get to come to y'all's towns and stuff. And y'all live in some beautiful places. Is he really dead? My buddy Neil McCoy is doing a concert at 6:30 Central. Y'all tune in. He's great. But anyway, back to the RVing. I'd love to get in an RV and head out and see, because that's, like I said, I don't get to see where, I come in, perform, and leave. I don't get a chance to see the other parts of your country there. I did see that NASCAR thing. And, I'll tell you what's been amazing about this whole mess is how Americans, and other people, I guess other people do in other countries, but how we're starting to adjust. I'm not made to homeschool teenagers, buddy. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. I'm getting old. Forgot what I was talking about. But anyway, I know what it was, about how resilient we're becoming. How we're adjusting to this, and I think that was part of the problem. Was that we didn't really know what was going on. But I think everybody's kind of figured it out now. And listen, if you use hand sanitizer, if you can find that, although I am learning how to make my own hand sanitizer. Apparently it's not that tough. Just need some rubbing alcohol and some aloe vera so it doesn't tear up your skin. But I'll leave that to Gail. I don't really know that. But yeah, Kelly, we're staying in too. You know what? I'm going to abide by the rules. Sometimes that's been a gift, and sometimes it's been a curse about me being a law law abiders. There's another RV living. Can keep your treadmill, take your RV. Yeah, see, that's what you got to get you one. Got to have my treadmill. I'll tell you the other thing that's done is we've started playing board games and cards and stuff, and it sounds boring, but it's fun. Hey Jan, glad to hear you're doing good there in Georgia. I'm gonna kind of jump and try to, cause a lot of times just me talking, but I'd like to see what y'all are up to. My son and his girlfriend went up to the mountains. They went in a yurt, stayed for the weekend. They said they had a blast. But we're gonna all figure this out, and hopefully we get a handle on this thing and get ahead of it. Then we can kind of all go back to whatever normal life is anymore. Who knows? But somebody asked me the other day, said, "Are you writing coronavirus material?" And I said, "Phew, I don't got to write it. It writes itself." Hopefully we'll be able to get back and somebody just said tell their dad hi. Hi. I didn't see you went by too fast. So I guess they've been doing a lot of this virtual stuff. They said some comedians are doing it online. I don't know if I could do that. I have to hear laughter. I don't know. Maybe you can hear laughter. I don't know. Maybe y'all know how that works. But I'm kind of technologically challenged, I guess is the politically correct word for it. But I hope that y'all are doing good. And let's see. I'm gonna see if I can read some of these. I guess I could just take it and put it like this. I'm reading. Somebody helped her husband fix a roof. See there? You wouldn't have done that. Yeah, I stay there at Fort Worth. It's getting bad there in Texas. Daycare, boy, I tell you what, that's a tough one there. My little granddaughter's with me, and I don't know if I could do the daycare thing. Because a lot of people don't think their kids are sick, and they really are sick. Hey, thanks, Jennifer. I appreciate that. That's awfully sweet of you to say that. Have y'all heard from Larry or Jeff or anybody? I haven't heard from them, man. I guess I hope they're doing all right. I hadn't heard from them. Somebody's getting their grandchildren from bed, then time to relax. Yes, ma'am, it is. We had a great moment last night. Little Autumn, our granddaughter. Hey, April, happy birthday. 34 years young. You're half my age, girl. Half my age. Dang, I feel old. Anyway, last night we were laying there talking to Autumn, our little granddaughter. And for the first time, she did a real laugh. Oh, my God. I thought Gail was going to wet her pants. She was crying. She was laughing so hard. And thanks to all the... You know what? Keep in your hearts everybody. The people overseas, our fellow countrymen who are stuck overseas. A lot of my buddies are on cruise ships. You know, I don't know how they're doing it. But especially thanks to all the service people, men, women in the armed forces who are helping on the front line. And pray for the National Guard as they come out to help us out. And... you know what? It's a good thing just to pray for everybody. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. A lot of y'all know I'm in college again. I'm getting a Christian Studies Bachelor's Christian Studies. I guess you have to learn how to say it right. But I tell you what this has all done for me. Sure has reaffirmed my faith. That's about all we got anymore, I think, you know. So just pray for everybody. Don't hate people. There's people that are going to push the limits. But we don't do anything but push them further if we start arguing with them and fighting with them. I've always found it's just kind of nicer to be nice to people. Hard for people to argue with you when you're being nice to them. I'd love to meet you too, Jeff. Hey, there's Darlene working as a nurse. It is crazy. Boy, you are on the front lines. You know what it's like then, sister. New York City's in the house. Boy, y'all be careful. I'm going to tell you something, New York. I have fallen in love with your governor. I think that cat has got it going. He's the kind of guy I could listen to. And he seems to be a level-headed dude. And I like him. It's Governor Cuomo, right? Although I do find it funny. Oh, there's Darren Lasky, my old buddy. But yeah, back to that thing. Just, at night, say a prayer for your friends and your family and for those people who don't know you. There's people sick as heck right now, and they don't. I'm sure their question has crossed their mind: is this their time or not? I'd be lying if it didn't cross mine at some point. But hey James, tell your wife I said thank you. She's taking care of COVID patients where they live right now. That's awesome. I really pray for the people in the healthcare industry. Man, those nurses and doctors on the front line, and they're having to deal with everybody. Yeah, buddy, you're right. It is easier to be angry, but you know what? That's part of the problem. Being angry with people doesn't get it solved. We got to learn how to live together again. Maybe this is what this is about. Maybe this is whoever that big deity is. Maybe it's telling us that we need to start treating each other like humans again, because we only got so many sunrises on this planet. Hey Arkansas, you give that baby in the NICU a big hug and kiss. Tell her Bill Engvall, she won't know who I am, but tell her Bill Engvall said to get out of there quick. Somebody said I love you doing these treadmill things. I do too, because it's forcing me to get my fat you-know-what on the treadmill. And I've gotten actually now where I kind of enjoy it. Enjoy visiting with y'all. Somebody's friend works at Safeway and she is so scared. I don't blame you. Boy, I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit. Somebody just asked me, what do I watch on TV? That is a great question. I only watch the news once a day, and for about 10 minutes. I get it all in about 10 minutes. Then after that, I watch Gunsmoke reruns. I watch the Rifleman reruns. I watch any John Wayne movie, any Western I'll watch. That's just my getaway. I got to get away from it all for a little bit. Hey, from Tyler, Texas. But yeah, that's just kind of my getaway. That and I read, do my schoolwork. But other than that, let's see. Thanks so much. Hey, all the truckers out there, yes sir, keep that stuff. Those people are hauling to get us toilet paper and food and everything. And there's some bad weather across the country, so yeah, like I said, pray for everybody. Everybody. There should be no one that's not in your prayers. If for nothing else, just to say, hey, you know what? I learned an interesting thing. Even if someone does something bad to you or says something mean to you, it really has nothing to do with you. It's about them dealing with their own issues. So if you can remember that, just give them forgiveness. Now, forgiveness don't mean you got to forget, but you did forget them. So let's see here. Yeah, let's see. We would love to see Larry, Ron, Jeff, and you again. Yeah, I actually had a dream about that the other night. Did you know that? I had a dream that the four of us got back together, and we did a 1-year tour. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but it was a dream. Washington State checking in. Yeah, thank you, Washington State. You guys be good. Be vigilant about staying home. You guys are getting hit hard, and I know that can't be fun. Let's see. Been driving wheels off his truck. I bet he has been. Yeah, you didn't know John? Oh, John Wayne was awesome. I would love for him to still be around. That's what we need. We need old John Wayne as president. How about that? That'd be pretty cool. He just wouldn't take guff off anybody. Let's see here. I'm trying to read and walk, which, as we all know, is not easy for me. Let's see, Fresno, California. Yeah, y'all keep them veggies and fruits coming. Appreciate the hard work. Barbara says, can't find toilet paper, so I had to. Hey, you know what somebody else told me? Butterleaf lettuce. I haven't tried it, but hey, maybe it's multi-purpose. Yeah, my daughter gave me this shirt that says Colorado. I have an affinity for the state of Colorado. Got affinity for a lot of states, but Colorado's where my daughter lives. So, although I did think it was funny in Colorado that they said that liquor stores and pot dispensaries were not considered essential. And it caused such an uproar, and lines were so long, that 3 hours later the governor said, never mind, they're essential. That's a man who knows where his bread's buttered right there. So I guess they're all good with their liquor and pot now. All right, she works at a Winn-Dixie in Florida, and they don't let us wear masks because it scares the kids. Well, I guess y'all know, and you probably heard, that unless you got coronavirus, the masks don't do any good. The masks are, in fact, if anything, people are hoarding those things and the medical people can't get them. So from what I've heard and what I've read in several different outlets, unless you got, the only thing the mask does is for people who have the virus, it kind of keeps it from spreading a little more. But if you don't got it, masks really don't do that good. I work for an airline reservations. Well, boy, I would not want that job right now. But I sure appreciate you doing it. And I'm glad to hear that people are behaving and being, you know, that's the thing. When it seems like whenever we get pushed down, we bind together. And I think that's great. I think it's great that we're all saying, okay, we can't do this individually. We got to do it as a group. And there ain't no better group than Americans. I'll tell you that right now. I may be a little biased because I am one. But that's just the way I feel. Somebody's dad loved John Wayne and all the cowboy movies, but he must have been a good man, I'll tell you that. Somebody accidentally used poison ivy. Ooh, that's a here's your sign moment right there. Using poison ivy instead of toilet paper. You're either dumb or you're tougher than me. Let's see. Thank you all on the front line for sending prayers to everyone. Yeah, I'm telling you, everybody's doing really good with this. We all got a stake in this. This isn't like, oh, it's just affecting the Smiths or the Johnsons. This is affecting everybody. And so we need to help each other out. Like our little neighborhood, when I found that toilet paper, and I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back, but when I found that store had toilet paper, called all my neighbors in my cul-de-sac, said, hey, it's right over there. So hopefully they got in there and got some. I seen the picture you having breakfast. Yeah, I eat breakfast. This thing goes by so fast. Anybody, can you slow, is there a way to slow it down? Does anybody know? Let's see. Okay, I'm sending you good vibes there, babe. A butcher at a local store here in Mishawaka trying to stay away from people. Good luck. You know, I got to be honest. And here, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm a touchy-feely guy. I like to shake hands, like to give hugs. This has been hard on me. Because I'm a positive person. I want you and me to have a good relationship. And it just seems weird. Hey, there's a teacher in Kansas. God bless you, sweetheart. She's a CNA in a nursing home in Oregon. We'll give her our love, would you please? Let's see. Locally, we're putting teddy bears in the windows for the kids to check out on walk. Ah, that's so nice. That's cool, man. Hey, Bill, Charlie works in a grocery store. It's been crazy. Dude, you're preaching to the choir. I walked to our grocery store. I was like, good night, nurse. What has happened here? The Canadians, hey, let me tell you something. Canadians are my buds. I have great shows up in Canada. I got some great friends here I play golf with, and they come down to Arizona a lot. I love them. But what's funny is I'm with my Canadian friends for about 3 seconds. And I start saying words like, about. We're going to go about 7. I get this Canadian accent. They're like, are you from Canada? I go, no, I'm just an idiot who picks up accents. North Dakota, staying home with your kids. That's good. Good. I'm glad to see y'all are doing this, because a lot of people, I don't know if they don't think it's going to affect them, but even if it doesn't affect you, you might be affecting someone else. And that's kind of part about taking care of each other. Gila River is nuts. Hey, I heard that. Is that because they lowered that dam? Playing Kenny Rogers, that's great. I was listening to little George Jones just not too long ago. That's my favorite music, country music. Love George Jones. You know what I watched the other day? I watched a movie called Stagecoach, and it had Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, I think it was David Allan Coe, and somebody else. And they didn't sing one song. It was just playing cowboys. There's a tree trimmer. Hey, you be safe because that storm's hitting, man. Let's see here. I appreciate y'all's patience, by the way, me trying to read and walk at the same time. Oh, thank you, Katie. She said she saw me and it was the best concert of her life. Well, I appreciate that. Hello from a parent of 3 graduates from Richmond High School. That's right, I went fighting Eagles. Somebody works in a sand foundry and we're all still working through all this. Well, at this point, probably dirt's probably cleaner than anything else out there, I guess. Only home because I got laid off work. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I hope you get back to work soon. Yeah, I had fun dancing with my granddaughter. She's, I gotta tell you something, that little thing has changed my life. She is so, you know what's so great? She don't have any bias, any racist. She loves everything. If it feeds her and changes her diaper, she's in love with it. And I thought, boy, wouldn't it be great if we could just hang on to that? If we didn't start thinking other people were bad because they were different. I just wish we'd all be better about that. I know I've had my faults and I'm trying to be better. But let's see here. Michigan, can't believe it's hard to get toilet paper. Yeah, well, it's all over. Oh, you saw that one on Stagecoach. Isn't that great, Crystal? That was awesome. Willie Nelson's my hero. Oh my God. I could listen to Willie Nelson sing the damn phone book. Sorry about my words. Let's see. I have to work. I'm a 911 dispatcher. Oh man, I bet when you go home, you don't even look at that phone. I got a lot of respect for 911 calls. That'd be a blubbering mess on every call. Grand Ole Opry one time. Yeah, you know what? I'd love to play the Grand Ole Opry again. That was so much fun. And I remember the one and only time I got to perform there. I remember I walked out on stage, and if you've been there, in the center of the stage they have a circle that's from the original stage of the Grand Ole Opry. And I stood there, and I looked at the crowd, and I said, y'all gonna have to give me a minute. Because I was experiencing me sitting with my grandma when I was a little boy. She'd have her ironing, her folding, sitting there, and she'd have on the Grand Ole Opry. And I remember as I stood in that circle on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry, I remember thinking to myself, I bet you grandma's looking down right now and smiling, going, my God, he made it. And that made me feel pretty dang good. That's just been, hey, hi Kathy, love talking to y'all too. Well, thank you there, Mr. Ken from Colorado. I appreciate that compliment. Thank you, Becky. I think my granddaughter's beautiful too. I'm a little biased. I'm biased about a couple things, but I just realized you know what's crazy? I've been sitting there talking to y'all, and almost 25 minutes have gone by on this treadmill. Now, normally, I'd have been looking at that clock going, oh my God, hurry up. But I'm actually enjoying. I enjoy talking with y'all. This is fun. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to take away from this. Maybe spend a little more time with my fans, the people who let me do what I love to do, and that's make people laugh. So here's a question for you. If I start my own church, y'all gonna start coming? Am I gonna have the biggest congregation in the world? We're gonna have the Bill Engvall Chapel. We do weddings, bar mitzvahs. We're gonna be non-denominational. Everyone is welcome, and everyone will have a voice. How about that? How's that sound? The quarantine in Corning, New York. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Keep it up. Let's see here. Tired of using company loopholes, stay home here in Michigan. I shut down for the safety of my employees. God bless you, sir. God bless you. You know what? I'm sure they appreciate you. I'm sure they don't like not having a paycheck, but I bet you they love being able to spend this time over. When this changes over, what if any change will you make in your life, everyday life? Leslie, that is probably the deepest question I've ever gotten on Facebook. Probably a good question for all y'all too. When this is all over, how will you change your life? So let me think about that for a second. I'll tell you what, Leslie. I'm going to start taking time to smell the roses. You know, I spent so many years chasing this brass ring, and I've missed a lot in life. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird to y'all, but I've missed a lot of things. I missed my kids walking and talking for the first time. You know, I've missed this and that, soccer games. But more than anything, I'm going to just make sure that my goal, the first thing in my life, is to spend time with my family, more time with my family, spend a little more time with God, and I am going to try my best that everyone will be my friend. We may not always get along, but we'll always be friends. And that was a great question, Leslie. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Well, yeah, hey, Jane, I'm trying to stick with this treadmill. Let's see here. Appreciate your toilet paper wipes, yeah. Yeah, that's what you. That's a good one. I will appreciate toilet paper from now on. I will never ever take toilet paper for granted again. It is. I may go to the point of naming toilet paper rolls, just so they're a little more personal to me. Because, buddy, I've learned you don't want to be without toilet paper. Woo! Although they did it in the old days, seemed to get by, but see, Leslie, what you done? You done spurred a bunch of people talking about how they're going to change their lives. And I think that's great. That's what these things are for. We're supposed to get together and talk. Oh, I didn't mean to make you cry. Dancing with my granddaughter. That's our new song, though. Come and get your love. So whenever you hear that song, you think about old Bill and his grandbaby doing the grandpa shuffle. Let's see here. You've been walking shows in your shape. I think you're looking good. Well, thank you very much. They ain't seen me without a shirt on. I wouldn't say I'm big, but just thick. Like bacon. Why? Because I love bacon. Your grandbaby will be born on Sunday. Boy, well, hope mama and baby are healthy and happy, and you enjoy that grandbaby. Let's see here. Hey, Bill, I'm a quarantine and I live in Colorado. Born AZ. I live for your post. Thank you very much, pal. Somebody else walked 2 miles. Hey, look, maybe that's what's going to happen. Maybe we're all going to get used to being on a treadmill or walking, and we'll all get back in shape. Well, too bad we don't have the Sears catalog. Yeah, you remember those days too, do you? Let's see, sitting here watching you talking totally clearly while on the treadmill. Impressive. Well, thank you very much. All right, hey Linda, good night. I know you must be on the East Coast. What would that be, about 10:30 there? I don't even know what time it is. Somebody here says they're going to spend more time with the family. My daughter's having my first grandson April 20th. God bless you, sir. You enjoy that boy. Teach him to fish. Take him outside. Don't let him sit on these damn gadgets. Now, I understand the hypocrisy that I'm talking to you on this gadget. But, man, you got grandkids coming. Take them outside. Take them for walks, when all this mess is over. Take them fishing. Teach them how to ride a horse. How to dig a garden. That was one of my favorite things when I was a little boy. I'd go visit my grandpa, and he had a garden. And buddy, as soon as we landed, I was asking him if I could help him go dig potatoes, pick the corn, and we had more fun and we had more heart-to-heart talks in that garden. So yeah, we got to get these kids back to understanding what real life is like. Because good Lord, if the internet ever goes out, these kids are what. I'm on disability, so I laughed when people panic bought because I was already stuck. See, you ahead of the curve. Let's see here. Working at the ports in Georgia, average 4 miles a day. There you go, partner. Grandbabies love the outside. I'm telling you, they do. These kids don't want to be on these things. They don't come out of the womb saying, I hope I get to be on an iPad. They want to spend time with it. I'm going to tell you something. Little Autumn and me and Gail, we've already got a plan. We're going to start walking. We're going to go fishing, swimming. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. Because that's what we're supposed to do. God gave us this beautiful planet. Get out and enjoy it. You know, when this mess is over. Somebody said, take your kids hunting. You know what? When I was a little boy, my dad and I used to go hunting. That's what we called it, hunting. Basically what it was me and my dad walking through the woods and with not really seeing nothing. But you know what? That was fine by me. Because that was when I got to talk to my pops. He was my best friend right then. Let's see, we bought a bidet because we couldn't find toilet paper. Okay, good for you. I was all against bidets. Then Gail got one. Woo, I tell you what. Old Billy, sparkling clean. Y'all probably didn't even know that, did you? That was probably just a little TMI. Whose grandson's giggling? You better be. Are you giggling at me? Well, you keep on giggling. I love when my granddaughter giggles. Maybe I can start an exercise program. You know what I look at this as? Therapy / exercise. I get my exercise, my physical exercise, but I also get my mental exercise, and I get it in my therapy. Talking to y'all, it makes you, I just think that that's what we all want. We just want to know that we're not alone in this. Hey, Debbie Hayes Moffat, how are you doing? How are you doing? You're expecting to see. Okay, Debbie and I went to college together, and I'm going to be willing to bet every penny I've ever earned that she never once saw me on a treadmill. That's what happens, Deb, when you get older. You got to get on the treadmill or go out walking or something. Boy, it does feel like 2020 is being written by Stephen King, doesn't it? Don't think I hadn't had that thought before. Let's see here who we got. You have several DVDs and CDs at home. I love you for getting that. Building a chicken coop and showing the kids how to use math and safety while building. Boom. There you go. That's how it's done right there, my friend. Because you know what? They learn by watching. They learn by being out there with your dad or your granddad or your grandma or your mom and learning how to do things the right way. The hunker down in Ohio. Well, stay warm, because I know there's. My son told me they're in a snowstorm right now, so I'm assuming that's going across the country. Hey, Bill. First responder. Hey, man. Prayers out to you, brother. You guys are tough. You tell all your folks there in the station house or wherever you are, we sure appreciate their what they do. Became a grandparent, can't wait for a couple of years to enjoy the outside. I know, right? That's the hard part for me right now. Autumn's only 4 months old. But I can't wait till we can see him pop and go walking. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. All right. Me and my mom are gardening. That's good, Lauren. I'm glad to hear that. Get some good fresh veggies. Yeah, your granddad took you fishing. I bet it was the best time of your life, wasn't it? Me and Granddaddy, we used to catch perch. About that big. But we catch them by the dozens. I bet we go through 60 worms catching perch. But you know what? That was some of the best times of my life. Oh, I'm glad you're with your mom and dad in Florida. You keep them safe. That's right. If it was written, sorry, that one went by too fast. I didn't get to you. Well, let me tell you something from Brookshire, Texas. The reason I do clean comedy is because I learned a long time ago that people, listen, I like a good dirty joke just as much as the next person. But people, when they come to my shows, they don't want to hear that mess. They want to hear what's happened to me, and that lets them know that I'm like them, because I'm just like y'all. There is no difference other than I'm on stage and y'all sitting out there. I do the same dumb stuff. I mess up. And I think that's what people want to hear. And I appreciate you appreciating the fact that I do clean comedy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so far, you probably noticed I'm breathing a little hard. Because I just realized we've been doing this for 35 minutes. And this is a new record for me. So I miss fishing with my dad too. My daddy passed on last year, and boy, I tell you, a day don't go by. I don't miss that man. I remember when I was a little boy, he'd come home from work, and he'd say, let's go outside and throw the football. And I go, well, I want to hang out with my buddies. Now, wish I could throw that football with him again. We had some good times throwing that football. Let's see here. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I know. I apologize for sounding out of breath. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for 5 more minutes. That'll be 40 minutes. That'll be a new record. 40 minutes. Whew. See that? Sweating like a lady of the night in church. I loved Red Skelton. He's great. And I appreciate you putting me in that category, sir. I love Bob Newhart. I love Red Skelton. There was a bunch of them. Catch bluegill. That's what we caught, man. We just called them perch, but they was bluegill. Yeah. And then Grandma would fry them up with some new potatoes. Oh. And then she'd make a chocolate cake with icing that thick on it. Cake was about that thick. Icing was about that thick. That was my favorite one. I have COVID virus and I'm doing very well. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Awesome. Hey, we need to tell folks that even if you get it, you're going to get through this. Most of us. Unless you got other problems. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. That's really cool, man, that you beat it. You got through it. Awesome. Will I write another book? You know what? I think there's a better chance I'll write another book than I'll do another special. I just want to tell people about the book. I've been thinking about that. And I'd like for the book to be an uplifting book. I think that too much of the news and the stuff we get is bad news. And there's so much good life out there. Just so much good life. And I want to tell people about that. Maybe I'll tell people stories about going fishing with my grandpa and stuff like that. All right, when I was a little girl, I used to go fishing with my daddy. And we loved perch too. Yeah, perch is a good eating fish right there. Deweyville, Texas. Well, howdy, howdy. Did you play kick the can? I play kick the can? Are you kidding me? I was the king kicker of the can. We'd play at night till it was time to come home. And it'd be me and 10 of my buddies. And everybody's daddy would step out on the back porch of their house and whistle. And we could tell our dad's whistle. I go, whoop, got to go. Yeah, we play kick the can. Rode our bikes everywhere. Let's see. Please say hi, Amy. Hi, Amy. Hope you're doing good. I don't think her husband believes she was talking to me. Hey, you know what I'm going to try to do this next time? Because I just learned this. Was as we're doing this, I'm going to pick one of y'all and we can video chat together and everybody else can see it. Uplifting book sounds great. All right. Hanover, Pennsylvania, perform at the Eisenberger Clinic. Oh, Center. I ain't done too many clinics in my life. You know what? You can make it about all the good that's coming out of this virus. You know what? I think it is going. You know what? I agree with you. I love me some perch and rockfish. I ain't never had rockfish. I do think good things are going to come out of this. Next year, can you take your granddaughter fishing? You dang right, I'm going to take her fishing. She mean, I know. Did I ever tell y'all the story? When I was a young boy, young, my granddaddy and my dad took me down to the park to go fishing. Well, you know how kids are. After about 5 minutes, I was bored. Well, there was a dead bluegill floating in the water. And my daddy scooped that dead fish out of there, hooked it on my line, and threw it back out in the water. And then told me that I'd caught a fish. He said that was the worst mistake we ever made in our life. He said, because you would not let us take that fish off that hook, and we drug it around till you had to go down for your nap, and then we had to throw it away. And when you asked where your fish was, we told it swam back home. So I guess it's okay to lie just a little bit, especially if your grandkids hauling around a dead fish. Well, y'all, we're coming up on 5 seconds before 40 minutes, and I appreciate you spending time with me. I love y'all, and I pray to God for you. Say prayers every night that all my fans are happy, healthy, and that you're with the ones you love. And we're going to get through this, and we're going to get back to normalcy somewhat, and maybe, just maybe, we'll all be a little better about this. Be safe, y'all. Miss you.